Hey guys, I'm Bob, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Ninja Professional Blender 1000. 1000 simply refers to the fact that it's 1000 watts. This particular model is model BL710WM, and I needed to get a new blender because my old one died. We had the old one for years, and the difference in a new blender versus the old model is incredible. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over the features of this blender, and then I'm going to make a smoothie with this blender because I make one every day around this time, 11 o'clock in the morning. And I've also made margaritas with this, with full load, full tray of ice. Comes out awesome. And also afterwards, I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean. One of my pet peeves with my previous blender was the fact that the pitcher had an attachment underneath it where the blades were, where you had to unscrew it, and there was a seal there that never really got clean. And this new design does not have that problem, so I really want to show you how easy it is to clean as well. So let's get right to it and look at the features of the blender. It's a basic blender, which is what I like. I like something that's simple and easy to use and well made. Let's look at the features of the blender. So the first thing I wanted to just mention that it does come with an owner's guide, which gives you information on how to set it up, gives you some warnings, getting started before first use, assembly and use of the pitcher, care and maintenance, blending chart, troubleshooting guide, replacement parts, and warranty. So this is a very helpful guide. There's also a Ninja Professional Blender 1000 inspiration guide as well, which gives you ideas for making smoothies. There's actually a sake martini as well. There's a bunch of different cocktails in here as well as smoothies, which will give you some ideas on how you can use this blender. So first of all, I'd like to look at the controls and show you the controls on the front. There's a power button. Now, unless your pitcher and cap is not totally secure, when you put on the power button, it will flash red. But since this is secure, it just has a straight red light next to the word power. Then there's low, medium, and high, and without the power button being on, the low, medium, high will do nothing. And the pulse is simply just a pulse setting, so if you just hit it and hold it down, it will pulse and will just spin for the amount of time that you're holding down the pulse button. So the low is like that. As soon as I hit the pulse button, it just pulsed for that time, and when I let go, it stopped. So if I hit it again, it will go on for the amount of time that I have it held down. Okay, so now let's quickly look at let me shut it off first of all. I just want to show you, if you actually have the power button on and you kind of take it off, it'll start flashing red, which is what I was talking about. So let's just shut off the power for now. So what I like about this machine is that it has kind of a locking mechanism, and it actually shows you, let me take this off. It shows you what direction it is for locking, so it's clockwise when you're going to lock the blender. So if you put it on here and turn it clockwise, it clicks into place. So that tells me, okay, everything's set up perfectly and it's solid. So to remove it, you're just going to turn it counterclockwise. So if you're a lefty and want to have the handle on the left side, you can just have it that way. So it just works that way as well. So counterclockwise to unlock it. So if I took it off now, there is a cap that's already secured. Now to release the cap, you're just going to hit that button. This kind of handle pulls up, and then you can take it out. What I like about this piece here is that this is obviously where you're going to pour it from. When you use it, it doesn't just kind of flop. You push it back and it stays back. And I'll show you that in a moment when I make the smoothie. And it also shows you there's an arrow here and there's an arrow here that shows you how to put the actual cap back on. And when you push down, you would just push down on this handle, and then that locks in place, and you just have to shut that as well. So that's how the top comes off and on. What I like about, there's a blade assembly, there's a 6-blade assembly, and it just basically just sits into this housing down below, and that's all there is to it. So to clean it, it's very simple. You take it out and you clean it. The bottom piece does not come out. You are not going to remove the bottom piece. So this just stays in here and just drops right in. So it's easy to remove. So that's essentially all of the features of the blender. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a smoothie. So let's head over to my countertop and make a smoothie. Okay, so here I am at my kitchen counter. I typically have a protein smoothie every day around this time, 11 in the morning, because I do work out and lift weights, and there's a lot of workout equipment reviews I've done on my channel if you'd like to check those out as well. So what I do is I start with some cold water, and then I put some almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, in there. And then I have a combination of frozen blueberries, kiwi, and frozen banana. That in there. Then I use a little bit of honey for sweetness. And the final step is my protein powder. And that's basically the ingredients. So I'm going to take my cap, and I know that since I'm using it as a right-hander, this always goes on, this spout portion always goes towards the back left. You have to lift up the top handle for it to be able to push down. Then you just click and it's ready to go. So I'm going to hit the power button, and I'm going to be quiet now because this is going to be loud. So here we go. So it's done. So I'm going to take it off now. I would go counterclockwise to unlock it, lift up. I'm going to move this off to the side. Now what I like about this, and I'm going to reiterate because I said this earlier, is that this doesn't kind of just flop around here, and so it would get messy. So what it does is it has a locking mechanism when you push back, which I think is great. And I just pour it right into my glass. Everything's perfectly mixed, and that's my smoothie. Now in a moment I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean this as soon as I finish my smoothie. So now I'm over at my sink, and so I'm going to clean the blender. So first I'm going to just push this down. I'm going to hit the release button to take off the top. I'm going to put the top over to the side. Now this is the part that I really like, in that to clean the blades, you just have to pull up on the whole blade assembly. I'm going to put the pitcher aside. And you have to be careful when you're cleaning the blades because they are sharp. You want to at least rinse them off at first. I'm just going to take a sponge and just carefully clean the blades with a sponge that has already had some soap on it. And also there's a section underneath that actually goes into the housing, which is inside the pitcher. You want to make sure you clean that as well. So that's fairly clean. That's all you really have to do with the blade assembly, is just to get clean. It's so much easier to clean because I was never able to get the seal at the bottom of the blender clean, and that always bugged me. And this is perfectly clean right now. So I'm just going to take this, put it over to the side on my counter drying area, and I'm just going to clean the top. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. One thing I didn't mention before is there's a rubber seal that goes around the top that really creates a really nice seal when you do engage the handle, when you actually tighten it. So I mean, this is nothing special what I'm doing right now. I'm just cleaning the top with some soap. So that's done. Now the pitcher, I never mentioned it. It has there's a maximum capacity. There's a maximum capacity on the pitcher, which is 64 ounces of liquid, maximum liquid, which is, you know, it's huge compared to my previous blender. So that's basically 2 quarts of liquid, half gallon, which is plenty. See, now when I go deep into the blender here, I don't have to worry about the blades kind of stabbing me, which I had to with my previous blender. So this it's a joy to wash this one compared to my previous one. So that's nice and clean at this point. I usually just put it onto a drying rack for a bit and then just towel it off, and then I'm ready for the next smoothie or margarita. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I highly recommend this particular blender. Anything in the Ninja blender world is probably going to be a great improvement over your current blender. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.